Well, welcome back to Dunkirk Dunes. So it is now UK turn 1. And so here's what we're gonna do. So I had 39 to spend, so we've spent 4 to advance our technology. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 2 fighters and then 5 infantry. And so that's all 39 being spent. So as far as battles and attacks here, there are 2 things going on. One of them is a raid on Taranto, and we'll see if that's ill-advised or not, but I'm going to do it. So first, I'll go ahead and do this other combat movement here. So there are the 2 German submarines down here in C-Zone 91. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this destroyer down from 109 to attack those, and coming with him is going to be the battleship and the cruiser from C-Zone 110, just to make sure that we get rid of those. So that's that. Okay. And then the only other actual attack here is going to be this raid on Taranto. So we're coming in with I might just lay this out on the battle board because it's maybe complicated enough that it would make sense to do it. So he's got of course the battleship and the cruiser here, and of course the transport that is defending at a 0. So here's the battle board. So we've got, and then the cruiser is going to defend at a 4 because it's paired with the battleship. So we've got that. And John Hoffman, who is in command of Italy, has opted to go ahead and scramble the 2 Italian fighters and the German fighter. So he's got plenty of 4s there. So what the British are coming in with is a carrier, which is on a 0, a tactical bomber, which is on a 3, except for if it gets paired. Okay, we've got the destroyer that's coming in. All this is coming in from C-Zone 98 right now. So we've got a cruiser, and then we also have the tactical bomber that's going to be coming in from Egypt. And so I should mark remaining movement. So the tactical bomber from Egypt, he's got 1 left, if I counted right. So 1, 2, 3, yep. The tactical bomber that's off the carrier has got 2 left. And then we're also going to bring the fighter here that's in Gibraltar. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into that battle. And so he's got 0 left. So if he were to survive, he would have to land on the carrier. Okay? So I think that is all of it. I think. Let me just make sure. Okay. So I think I've got that laid out right there. And maybe what we'll do, maybe we'll work our way up to that battle. Maybe we'll start with this battle here in C-Zone 91. So I wonder if I can move my dice over to here. See if that might work. Okay. So here the Germans will be defending with 2 1s, the 2 submarines. And I'm attacking with a battleship, which is a 4, a cruiser, which is a 3, and a destroyer, which is a 2. So one of each. 2, 3, 4. I guess I can roll them all at once. Okay, so here we go. Here's battle in C-Zone 91. Okay, so I got 2 hits, which is actually all I need, and both of the defending German submarines missed. So I'll take that. That's a good start. I don't know if the other battle is going to go nearly as well as that, but okay. So you have to remember as well that the battleships in this, defending battleships, have built-in AAA, okay? So this, like I said, this may be ill-advised, but I wanted to go ahead and give it a try. So we're going to roll first. We're going to roll the AAA for the Italian battleship. So here we go. Okay, look at that. He got 1 hit to start with. So what I'm going to lose is the tactical bomber that only has 1 left. And that is not a good start. That is not a good start. Okay. So then the rest of my attackers. So I've got a destroyer that's on a 2. This tactical bomber here is going to get bumped up to a 4 because he's paired with the fighter. So then I've got 1 at 2, 2 at 3, and 1 at 4. Okay, let's see how we do. Okay, I only got 2 hits. Okay, let me grab a damage marker here. So what John has instructed me to do is to take the first hit on the Italian battleship. There. I knew that there was a magnet in there somewhere. And then the second hit, he said that the second hit will go on the German fighter. Okay, so that's allocated the 2 hits, and then he's going to be defending with lots of 4s. So he's got 5 4s, okay? So 1, 2, yep, 5 4s. Here we go. I'll roll that back in. Okay. So he's got 3 hits there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 hits on the carrier. So the carrier is going to be sunk. And then I've got to allocate 1 more hit. So I think the logical thing to do is to take that 3rd hit on my destroyer. Okay. And then I have the choice at this point if I'm going to continue the battle or if I'm going to retreat. And I think I'm going to continue the battle. So I've got now 2 3s and a 4 for my cruiser, my fighter, my tactical bomber. So here we go. Okay, I only rolled 1 hit. Okay, so what he's instructed at this point is, so this is gone. He's instructed, take the Italian fighter next. Okay, so then we're going to go defense. So the damaged battleship now is only going to roll at a 2. The cruiser's still at a 4. And the 2 fighters are still going to be 4s. So he's going to have a 2 and 3 4s. Okay. This could be the end of it. We'll see. Look at that. Yep, 3 hits. Okay. So that's going to knock out all the rest of these. Like I said, maybe it was ill-advised, but I wanted to give it a try. So that's gone. Okay. So what has survived then is a damaged Italian battleship, and the cruiser is still there, and then one Italian fighter. Okay, so there you go. And of course that damaged Italian battleship will repair itself. Oh, and of course the transport has survived as well. Okay, so back to the board here. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. So what are we gonna do? Let's see, we've rolled all the battles. I think all that's left now is various non-combat stuff. Okay. So one thing I wanted to do, and I think I'm still gonna do it, is I'm gonna go ahead and take this one infantry here from Egypt El Alamein up to Sea Zone 99, drop him off in Greece, and we are gonna activate annex Greece. So that's gonna be +2 for the British. So they were on 39, they're gonna go up to 41. Nobody goes down for that. Other non-combat movements, so let me grab, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna take, again, not sure if this is a great idea or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna designate this British bomber here. Well, do I really want to do that? I was gonna take him as an air transport and move some guys around, but I don't know that I'm gonna do that right now. I'll come back and decide if I'm gonna do that or not. Given how the Taranto raid went, I might not want to do that right now. What I want to do over here for the British over here in the India area, so I'm going to move these 3 out of Malaya up into Shan State, and these 2 from Burma into Shan State, the fighter up into Shan State, the tank, which is in Calcutta, is going to move up to Shan State. The 5 infantry here, 5 of the infantry that are in India are going to rail into Shan State, because I can rail 5 because of the 5 there. India's worth 5, so I can rail 5 units. This transport that's in Sea Zone 39, what he's going to do is go here into 79, pick up the infantry from West India, and then he was leaving from a naval base in 39, so he can move 3. So he's going 1, 2, and then 3. He's going to end up in Sea Zone 41, and he's going to go ahead and activate or claim Sumatra there, which is worth another 2. So we're going to move the British up 2 more. So 1, 2. So they're up to 43. Okay. And then what else do I have? So that takes care of that. The other here is that the battleship that starts in 37, he's just going to move back here to 39. These US guys are here. They move to 41 on their turn. Let's see. What else do I have? So the destroyer that starts here in 71 is going to move up here into 81. Okay. And then, yeah, that would be the only, okay, so a couple other things here. The tank and the artillery that are in El Alamein are going to back up into Egypt. The one guy that is here in El Alamein is going to stay. The guy that's in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan is going to move down into Kenya. And one infantry from Egypt is going to move down into Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Okay. So I think that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, the question is, what do I want to do, if anything, with that bomber that is in London? Do I want to ferry guys anywhere with him or anything like that? Given how Taranto went, and the Italians now have 3 transports, I don't know that I want to bring that down here and put it in danger's way. I'm going to pause this and just think for a minute. Okay, I think I've decided what I'm going to do with that bomber, whether I'm going to use it as an air transport or not. So I think I am going to use him as an air transport. And what I'm going to do, so I'm going to pick up the 2 infantry that are here in London, and I'm going to go ahead and fly him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to land in Nigeria and drop those 2 infantry here in Nigeria. So there you go. I think that's what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I think all that's left is I just need to do disposition of forces, where everything is. Oh, I got to place my new units. Yeah, so the 2 fighters that I have purchased, I think I'm going to go ahead and place one in London, and I'm going to place one in Calcutta. And then the 5 infantry, I think I'm going to go ahead and place all of those in London. Okay. And so that's everything there. Let's just do disposition of forces and we'll be done. So, do I want to move that British fighter in Scotland as well? I think I'm going to bring him down to London. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to move that I haven't already moved, so I think I'm in good shape. So let's go ahead and do disposition of forces. So in London itself, we have 5 British infantry, 2 French infantry, 4 British fighters, 4 AAA guns, 1 mechanized infantry hiding back there, a French fighter, and then let's see, I may want to move this transport. I'm also going to move this transport. He's going to come down here with this fleet in C-Zone 91. Okay, so I think we've covered what's in London. So in C-Zone 91, I've got a battleship, a cruiser, a destroyer, and a transport. in Nigeria. I've got an air transport and 2 infantry. In El Alamein, I've got 1 infantry. Egypt is 2 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 mechanized infantry, and 1 tank. C-Zone 81 is a destroyer. C-Zone 99 is a transport. In Greece, which is now British, there are 5 infantry. In Malta, there's 1 infantry and 1 AAA. Let's see, in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, 1 infantry. Kenya, 1 infantry. Let's see here. In India, there's 1 British infantry and 1 Anzac infantry, 3 AAA, 1 artillery, 2 fighters. C-Zone 39, there's a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer. C-Zone 41, there's a UK transport. There's also the US destroyer and sub. Sumatra, I've got 1 British infantry, which is now British controlled. In Shan State, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 infantry in Shan State, 1 tank, and 1 fighter. And I think that may be it for British pieces on the board. The British are on 43. And let's take a look at the card here. Let me just pull out the cards and see what, if any, bonuses they're going to qualify for. Oh, passed them. Let's see. Here we go. UK. Okay, so at war in Europe. So UK controls Egypt, yes. Transjordan, yes. El Alamein, yes. Okay, so I get +5 for that. This one does not yet come into play because I'm not yet at war with Japan. So, and this one, the Middle East territories, I don't yet have any of that. Okay, so I think that's it. So we are going to get +5. So we're at 43 on the tracker, and we get +5. I didn't save anything, so that means I'm going to get 48. So let's take, there's 45, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there we are. Okay, John, it's over to you for Italy. Let's see what the Italians are going to do. Their fleet is intact. I figured I'd just show off a few of these UK 3D pieces here on the UK turns. So what we have here, this is the Illustrious. Again, these are from Axis and Allies BoardGaming.com. And then here we've got the Implacable. There you go. And then we've got a whole bunch of other UK ships here that are more or less finished. So these right here, these are 3 copies of the Renown. And then over here, I think these are a bunch of Leander class cruisers we've been working on. We're building 3 sets. That's why there are so many. Here's hoods in the front here. Those are hood. And then this, I think this is a town class. Yep. Cruiser. And then these ones here, those are Minotaurs. These right here are York class. That's a York class cruiser. There's some Ditos, and then in the back there are county class cruisers. Then these are UK battleships. These are Queen Elizabeth class here. The front, they are magnetized, you can tell. Right here, these are Revenge class, if I remember right. Yep. So these are all Revenge class. And then here we have King George V class. And then these again, these are more Revenge class. So thanks for watching. So next up is going to be Italy. It'll be interesting to see what John chooses to do with Italy, especially since he has the entire Italian fleet intact. Thanks for watching.